Hello, this is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. This video is for Steve in California. Okay, Steve, so this is your unit. This is the 94, I believe. 94. Let's see. Yes, it appears to be a 94 E420 non-ASR unit. This is a rare, very rare unit. Very difficult to find, because most of the E-classes came with the ASR option, and this does not have ASR. So the problem with the unit was the clutch coil inside was bad, along with wires. But to get into coils, to get the coil out, it's a very difficult process. So I don't usually do this, but this is a rare unit, so I decided to do this because it's hard to find this one. So now I did my very best aligning the plate when I welded a little piece inside back in its position. I put a couple of marks, and it appears to be where it's supposed to be. Readings look okay. These are the readings, these are the only readings you get. 4.37, 4.41, about 4/400ths of the volt drop, which is okay. So that's basically the only test that we can do. This is a mechanical unit, but it does keep the idle where it's supposed to be. Now every time you weld it, there might be a difference in idle speed, plus or minus 50 RPMs, because the plate is extremely sensitive to movement, and it's very hard to get it to exact positioning. There is no adjustment to this, unfortunately. So in this case, like I said, it could be 50 plus, 50 minus RPMs. It's not super significant, but still, you want to check that out. The wiring loom, this is the wiring loom to the connector here, the little bracket that was also used on the factory unit. So what we're gonna do is, like I said, these are the readings. When I move control potentiometer, bottom reading should go to 0.5. Well, 0.52, that's okay as well. Here's 0.5. As you can see, I'm just moving the plate to full throttle. 0.52, 0.5 is okay. That's pretty okay. So that's where we are. That looks okay to me. And idle about, as you can see, 1/4 of the volt. It could be adjusted in the potentiometer to make them even, but this is basically what I see in non-ASR unit. 0.04 volts in difference between both potentiometers. Now the micro switch here, safety contact, it can only work when throttle body is energized with cruise control. I cannot have it energized with cruise control, so because I don't have it connected to the vehicle. This unit has also been on the bench for quite a little bit, so we can get its temperature readout. As you can see, it gets up to about 110. 110, here goes. That's on 114. So it's been working on the bench for a few days, because I wanted to make sure the clutch coil works well after repair. So here we have 90 on this side. So it is warm, definitely is. You can tell it's pretty hot. This is the hottest I can get this unit to on the bench. 113.9. So it pegged at about 114. So that's pretty hot. 114.5, 114.6. So, and activation, of course, is basic. Once the unit is on, you can't close this throttle plate. As you can see, it wants to open it back. When I shut down the unit, shut down the power, see the power is off. and I can close throttle plate with my hand all the way down to closing. You can see that is my mark over there. As you can see, the little line, that's one of the markings, and some markings over here. As you can see, two little cuts, they line up and make two, so you have both marks to line up. So that's how it was originally. The blade of a knife just slid right on the edge, and when you put it back together, when you solder it, weld it actually, because here is another non-ASR unit. So the clutch coil is under this gear, and there is a retainer over there. It's welded to this shaft. The shaft is potentiometer R2, which is very important reading. There is a little stud on it as well. So when you remove potentiometer, the spring shoots out, and you have to grind down the retainer. It's welded to this center shaft. It's a mess. I mean, it's just a mess. I don't really deal with these, but this is a one rare unit, and I decided to do it just so we have it working again. Micro switch activation. As you can see, it's not touching the, now it's touching, you see. So micro switch engages before it touches the edge, and a couple of times I'm going to energize it. I'm putting the power on right now. As you can see, unit energizes just fine. Readings will go away because a diagnostic multiplexer saw computers shut off, so therefore it's off. But you saw the readings, and this is basically ready to go. I'm going to pack it up, mail it tomorrow morning. Alright, so this is basically all. This is a little long video. And also, Steve, when you install it, please let me know how it works out, what the RPMs are, cruise control operation, and all this stuff, because again, this is very delicate welding job, and I want to get a feedback on this unit, see how it works, because it's always I'm always concerned about these particular units. ASR units, no problems. I mean, I get the readings more accurate, and this is totally different unit. But the non-ASR unit, when you go so deep in it, that is, I always want to get a feedback about these. I'm sure it will work, but I do need to know. Okay, the RPM range on idle, in gear, with air conditioner on, off, and cruise control operation. If it holds cruise control, warm-up stage, all of these things I really need to know about this unit. Okay, there is one potential problem that can happen even after all of this. Potentiometer, this is the similar looking potentiometer, can throw it into what's called fuel safety shutoff if it doesn't like something. So I also want to know about that. If the car accelerates throughout the whole power band, it has to do it. If it doesn't do it, then I have to get it back and work on the potentiometer. Even though I did open it up, I made sure it's all nice and clean, spotless, put it all back together, solder it back in. You see the readings on the computer, they show pretty well, all change. But again, once it's on the car, when all the other computers see it, and that's when you're gonna have most accurate obviously test, you know, it's in the car. So okay, so this is it basically. I'll wrap this up and mail it tomorrow. Alright, this is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.